That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was. I guess I was there for about a year. And, well, actually, my very first job was strawberry picking in the summertime
Okay.
for the short period that strawberries were in bloom and ripening, on the, that was hard work.
I bet.
They were, you know, on the ground, and it was it was hot, and but it was an experience I never forgot because it was, um, I guess, the first paycheck I ever got, and I was really trying to remember how I was in high school, but I was probably a freshman or something like that, sophomore maybe.
Okay.
So I was not old.
And that was before the candy counter. Was that
Yeah, I
mid
think
high school?
yes, it was because I think I got a job after that at the theater.
And that was late high school.
No, it was probably maybe sophomore. I wasn't there forever. It was a short stint, and I'm not sure exactly why I quit. I have to think about that. I'm just not remembering.
Okay.
I don't remember why.
All right. We'll come back to that. Um. Were there any significant or any kind of fun pranks that happened in the jobs that you've held before that were office fun or anything like that?
No, I'm not a prankster. I'm really not. I mean, I'm not somebody who does stuff like that.
Okay.
I never really appreciated that point of view that other people had that they thought that was fun. So it was not part of my um, thinking, really. It really wasn't. I mean, I never had a problem with other people doing it if that's what they wanted,
Right.
But it just wasn't my, you know, in my bag of tricks.
Right.
It really wasn't. So,
Straight laced all the way kind of thing, or
well, I don't know if you call it straight laced. It just wasn't anything that interested me.
okay.
I liked a good joke, and humor and fun and that kind of thing. But I never thought being mean to other people was fun.
Oh, okay.
That was never part of who I was.
I get you. Um, what did you do with your first paycheck? Like first kind of your own money.
I have no idea. Are you kidding?
Well, okay. So let's ask it like this. So if you, based on your interest,
Probably went to the movies.
okay,
Probably did, but I don't really remember for sure.
okay. Did you go alone? Did you go to movies by yourself? Or
No, never did.
okay.
No, no. Always went with somebody.
Um, what was your first experience with a computer? Like when was that? Did you ever have like when did you first have one in the house?
Well, it was through your grandfather, of course, because he was, well, his first experience was when he was going to grad school, and that was in 57 and 58, 1957, 58. But he didn't work work with computers until quite after that, because it was still not a nationwide or worldwide thing. It before the internet and all that business. Um, it was actually while we were in Camp Springs, I think, that he had a computer at home. But I'm not positive about that. I really can't remember. I know that when we got here, which was 88, that he tried to get me interested in it. And I say tried because it was, you had to have a lot of patience because you just, it just didn't work for me. It just did not. Every time I got onto it and I had the steps in mind of what I had to do, something went wrong. I'm not kidding. Something went wrong every single time. And we tried and tried and tried. And it just, so we finally gave up. And it was only when I got my Apple computer much later, much later. And then when I got it, I never opened it until much later, like months. And then I really, once I got into it and realized I could really kind of master the, the sequence of applications and all that thing, that I could get somewhere and do something, and I enjoyed it. It worked. It actually worked. Did what I wanted it to, and could communicate with other people who had it, which was everybody by that time. So, anyway, it was interesting.
Now I remember this question from when I asked Grandpa, actually.
Uh-huh.
So let's see if the
Okay.
other end is.
Okay. Okay.
How did you meet Grandpa?
Well, it was on a blind date.
That's it.
Yes, it was. It was on a blind date, and I'm still eating my bagel. And we went out with another couple who introduced us, who knew both of us. The guy knew him, and the girl knew me. And we went to an Italian place for dinner. Yeah. Yeah. It was really cold out. I remember that. But that's about all I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've all seen pictures of the Coast Guard celebration and the ceremony and all that. Can you tell me what your memory is of your wedding day?
Oh. It was hot. Actually, it was the first day of June, but it was hot, and as you may remember, being a Marylander, it can get hot and humid in as early as that, and it was, and well, I just remember being busy in the morning, getting ready and dressed, and and then just getting to the chapel at the sub-base, and then the reception afterwards at the officers' club, but I don't remember a whole lot, because it was just kind of a blur.
Okay.
So, but nice, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, nice blur.
Nice what?
Nice blur.
Okay. Okay.
Ah.
And can you remember anything specific when this one was when my mom was born?
Well, let me see. Um, yes, it was early in the morning.
Hmm.
Let's see. No, let's see. No,
Like the wee hours of the morning, or
no, no. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Well, I did. No, it wasn't early. It was. We had um, a pesticide man monthly who came out and got rid of insects around the house.
okay.
And he was there, and I remember we were talking, and he said, so when do you expect the baby? And I said, very shortly. I'm telling you, he got out of there so fast. I really scared him. Because right after that, I called your grandfather and I said, I think this is going to be it. You better come home. So we did. I must have, let's see, I think Mark was still home, so I must have called a babysitter. And and then we went to the hospital, and she was born not too long after that, maybe a couple of hours. As a matter of fact, my obstetrician never made it to the hospital, so somebody else delivered her, and he finally got there afterwards, and I didn't know that at the time because I was unaware, as you can well imagine. But I remember when they took me out and delivered me to the recovery room. I remember the nurse was saying something about you have a baby girl. And I said, oh no, you're mistaken. I don't have girls. Or words to that effect. I just have boys. She said, well, this one's a girl. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock, even as I was going from the operating room to the recovery room. I was reassured that yes, we did have a girl. Yes.
Where did Carolyn come from? Where did the name Carolyn come from?
Well, for all the time that I was having boys, I was going to name a girl Susan. And by the time Carolyn came along, I had decided I didn't want Susan anymore, I guess, because it didn't come up. And I don't know, we just liked it. And it just worked out. And it turns out that it's kind of a form of an aunt of mine who was named in Sweden called Caroline. And so, but it wasn't really after her. It was just coincidental,
Okay.
So we liked Carolyn, and then Elizabeth just seemed appropriate at the time because we liked Elizabeth. So
Okay.
there you have it. She was a cute little thing.
Can you tell me about the day that I was born?
Yes, I can. Well, I can't tell you a lot about it, but I can tell you that we waited and waited and waited. And we were there with Grandma Irene and Grandpa, and we remember seeing you when you were first born, and it took a while because it didn't happen right away, and but you were the cutest little baby I think I ever saw. I just thought you were just cute as a bug, and I remember when Rachel was born too. They took her right out of the operating room and rolled her into some other right past us when we were waiting, and it was Irene again and Grandpa and me, and she rolled by, and she had her eyes wide open. She was like big as saucers. Her eyes were big as saucers. And I thought, oh, she's so alert. I said, my goodness. She was just looking all around. Just amazing to me. I still see both of you in your various blankets, surrounded by the comforts of your traveling bed there that you were in. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, glad we were around for that.
Do you have any? You got a distinct memory of Mom in her first few years that kind of stands out, like when she was, still coming up.
Yeah, she was busy.
Busy.
Busy, yes. Busy, yes. She was a good baby, great baby, and very cooperative and nice. And but she got to be a toddler. She was busy. Liked to be running around the house and into things and
inside, outside.
Well, she wasn't supposed to be outside, but she got out. Yes, as I said, she was busy trying to figure out how to do what she wanted to do. Yes, yeah.
How about me and Rach? Anything distinct?
Well, we saw a lot of you guys, and you were always busy lining up stuff. Cars.
Yep.
Soldiers, whatever you had at the time, and yeah, you were fun to watch, and I remember the video game. What's his name?
What, the blue guy?
No, the first one.
Oh, Mario?
Mario. Oh. How can I ever forget that? But I have. I just don't remember Mario's name. I thought I'd never forget it. You loved him so much.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh yeah, you were fun to be around and watch and play with, and so was Rachel. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we always enjoyed visiting with you guys. You were fun. Yeah.
Yeah, played a lot of duck hunt with Grams, that's for sure.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Are we about through?
Almost. Yes. Almost.
Did you get through the whole thing with your grandfather?
Oh yeah.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Actually, I might be adding a couple more questions than Grandpa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm fading.
Okay. All right. We just got a couple more here. You got a favorite song? Name two if you think one is too tough.
A favorite song? Mm-hmm. Oh, I like a lot of different songs, so I don't. Ooh, honestly I can't even think of one right now. I'll have to come back to that because
okay.
I really can't. My mind is a total blank.
Okay.
It's just not producing anything.
All-time favorite movie, actor, actress?
Well, that also is. There were several that I really like. I like Casablanca, and I like Gone with the Wind, and um, oh, let's see. There's one with Betty Davis and Paul Hunreid that I like, that I can't remember the name of. Um, that's one of my favorites. And there are many, many more. We could be here until 6.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay. Two more, I promise.
Okay.
2 more.
All right.
Well, we'll end on a happy one here. But I just wanted to, this being that this interview will probably live on for a while.
Oh, poor them who listens to it.
Right. Well, I just wanted to ask you any comforting words that you can kind of bestow upon your kids that maybe they wouldn't and us kids too, that we would could hear, that could help us.
Oh, that's quite a responsibility,
Yeah,
Matthew.
it is. I know. But
Well, I have been truly blessed with good kids, my 5 kids, and surely doubly blessed to have wonderful grandchildren who are so really marvelous as well. We're really fortunate in our family to have good children all around, really. Not everybody can say that. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you, as different as you all are. Every one of you is successful in my mind, and I'm just really proud of all of you. I really am. And what I wish for you always is to always keep God in your life, to remember that you are a child of His, and have responsibilities to Him for that, as well as privileges. And I just want you to all remember and love each other all the time. Be good to each other.
Well, I'm sure we will, for sure.
I'm sure you will too.
All right, I promise we'd end on a lighter note.
Okay.
So you had a lot of trips with Grandpa and Grandma.
Yeah.
With Grandpa and Shirley and the
Yeah.
grandson. Which one of those would you say kind of stuck out the rest out of all of them?
Well, the very first one we made was to the Alaska.
Okay.
And it's not. I never thought I'd ever get to Alaska. And the other one was Panama Canal. I never thought I'd get to the Panama Canal, to ride through the locks.
Okay.
But the first one was Alaska, and I was just really impressed to be, having coffee in a little coffee shop in Juneau, Alaska. Just amazing. And it was just, and look at all the surrounding terrain with the icebergs and all that stuff. It's just right out of the movies and right out of pictures, that you see all your life. So that was, and I said to myself, that's really, it was really amazing. I was thrilled to be on the ship, for the very first time. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was exciting, and it was fun. Enjoyed it. And I enjoyed every time we went on a cruise to wherever. Excuse me. So that was the fun part.
And how long was that one? How long was that trip?
Oh, it might have been 10 days. It might have been, wasn't any longer than that, I don't think.
Okay.
No, I think it probably was 10 days, but I'm not positive about that. The cruises range from a week to 2 weeks, and most of them were under 2 weeks. So they were all fun.
That's a good bit of time.
Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah. Yeah. We did.
Well, thank you.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. I appreciate your interest.
Yeah.
I thank you for wanting to do that.
Yeah.
It's really nice of you to want to spend that much time with me on all that old stuff.
Hey, it's really cool, to be able to kind of capture a few things that we'd otherwise the more the Monday way of going through it is go through the history books or go through online, which is it can be fun to do that, but I like to take someone that is close to me and have some kind of memory that they have associated with that.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, it's actually very smart of you because it's probably more real than anything else,
it makes it real.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of connection with
Yes.
somebody else's memory.
Yeah.
You learn that way.
Yeah. And I never really cared too much about talking about myself because that's not who I am. But when we're talking about it in the context of other people who are surrounding you when you are living your life, that makes it more interesting to me, so that so it wasn't half bad.
Cool. I didn't know that. I kind of feel the same way. I don't enjoy talking about myself because I don't do it that often, for one thing, and it's also not my personality to do that.
It's not mine either. It's just different. I mean, and everybody's different, and I don't mind listening to other people talk about themselves. That's fine. I'm always interested, but it's just not something that I really care to do. It's not been part of who I am, just like the prankster jokes that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So that's not really who I am, but it's been enjoyable. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah. Of course.